Under the development trend of electrification and intelligence, the boundary between cars and electronic consumer goods we are facing has become increasingly blurred. However, behind the automakers that are favored by the spotlight, suppliers have always been an important part that cannot be ignored. Moreover, in the new era, the status of suppliers has been further improved, which can be referred to the development history of smartphones. As a very representative electronic consumer product, compared with the early unconstrained design concept, smartphones have now converged. The essence of convergence is that suppliers dominate the upstream, causing downstream OEMs to only produce similar products. For example, if the screen of a mobile phone does not choose Samsung, it is difficult to call it a flagship. If the camera sensor is not purchased from Sony, it will inevitably be ruthlessly ridiculed by competitors. Back to the topic of the automobile industry, as a product consisting of tens of thousands of parts, automobiles are not products that can be monopolized by just a few suppliers. But what cannot be ignored is that in the era of fuel vehicles, well-known suppliers such as Bosch, ZF, and Schaeffler have been born. You may be able to bypass them in some areas, but it is difficult to ignore them in all links. More importantly, these supplier giants have begun to lay out this new era. In the face of the wave of electrification and intelligence, the Chinese auto industry, which strives to overtake other cars in curves, will once again stage the scene of working for foreign suppliers. Hi! Welcome to Auto Age. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. Taking Bosch as an example, its ABS, ESP, and other technologies have basically laid the foundation for the active safety of automobiles. Because the product coverage is extremely wide, and among similar products, the quality is first class. Therefore, even in the face of new energy transformation, a large number of technologies and products can be used. However, Bosch's thinking is obviously more than that. Although Bosch started to get involved in automotive and intelligent transportation technology and new energy fields earlier, 2017 is undoubtedly an important time node for Bosch's transformation to electrification. After divesting traditional technical projects such as the starter and generator divisions, Bosch began to make formal efforts in the field of new energy vehicles the following year. According to the statement at the time, Bosch will invest nearly $3 billion each year to develop new energy-related components. In an interview last year, Bosch's chairman of the board of directors still emphasized the two strategic priorities of electrification and green hydrogen, and aimed to invest €3 billion in technological innovation in the next 3 years. Daimler, NIO, CATL and other giants are already its partners in the new era. Also in 2018, another auto parts giant Schaeffler also officially launched the electric vehicle business unit. As a supplier of core products around bearings and traditional power systems, Schaeffler's transformation spans relatively large. Therefore, in the specific implementation process, there is a clear transition from hybrid technology to pure electric field. For example, the P2 hybrid module is one of Schaeffler's representative works in the field of electrification, and this technology is also the first to be applied in the products of Chang'an, Great Wall and other brands. Schaeffler's continuous research on motor miniaturization and lightweight has also laid a solid foundation for in-wheel motor technology. In the face of a major transformation in the field of electrification, Schaeffler even laid off employees in the engine, transmission system and wheel bearing departments of traditional core projects. The overall job cut target is expected to involve around 1,300 jobs, and the measures are expected to save €100 million a year. And ZF, which is more focused on gearbox technology, should not be underestimated. First of all, in the hybrid field, relying on the excellent ZF880 gearbox, ZF has helped classic products such as Jeep Wrangler for XE and BMW 7 Series plug-in hybrid. At the same time, in terms of integrated electric drive, ZF also brought masterpieces such as the BMW i3, In short, starting from 2020, ZF will not be developing traditional components of internal combustion engines, focusing on the layout of electric drives, autonomous driving, and software. But even these parts suppliers who have transitioned from the era of traditional fuel vehicles still show strong adaptability. The current Chinese auto industry is no longer at the level of 30 years ago, and the difference is mainly in the supply chain. Today, from engines and gearboxes to headlights and tires, the localization rate of China's automobile manufacturing is no longer what it used to be. The above-mentioned giants have long been deeply bound to China. As of 2021, Bosch has 59 companies in China with about 55,000 employees, making it the market with the largest number of overseas employees. Schaeffler also invested in production in China in the 1990s. According to its official website, Schaeffler has 2 R&D centers and 10 factories in China. And the 880 gearbox that ZF is proud of has also been made in China without any accident, which is why many Chinese brand models with affordable prices currently use the BMW same model. As for the new energy era, the localization of the supply chain at the hardware level has been at a high level from the very beginning. For example, the localization rate of the introduced Tesla has reached 95%. The most representative is the power battery field of new energy vehicles. Judging from the global power battery installed capacity data in the first 11 months of 2022, 6 of the top 10 battery manufacturers are from China, with a market share of nearly 60%. Among them, only 2 battery companies, CATL and BYD, accounted for half of the global total. What makes the traditional supply chain giants even more disturbed is that the OEMs in the new era have become extremely hardworking. Car companies including Volkswagen, Toyota, Daimler, etc. have all begun to set foot in the middle ground, and some car companies that have risen in China, as representatives, have even started the road of full-stack self-research. For example, Xiaopeng Motors adhered to the full-stack self-research route in the field of intelligent driving at the beginning of its establishment, and Leap Motor also proposed the concept of global self-research, aiming to build intelligent driving, intelligent cockpit and power system from the bottom. In fact, after a deeper study, the full-stack self-research discussed by OEMs is still very different from the literal understanding. After all, automotive products, or the full-stack self-development of smart cars, is far more difficult than smartphones. However, the hardworking Chinese car companies still put a lot of pressure on the international suppliers. Therefore, in my opinion, the cooperation between the traditional supply chain giants and the Chinese auto industry in the new era has become a way that both parties are willing to accept. And the more localized attitude of the bosses from the production end to the R&D end also shows that this cooperation attitude is obviously more equal and win-win. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below, and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. See you.